On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, New York.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Yep.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Ready up.
91 is the money.
Hey, I-7. Now.
So we got man. Check 91.
Now.
They'll try to throw now. Young looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. A big play, Young to Moss. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Check.
Hey. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo. Hey, Alpha.
Check 91. 91 is the money. Mike 91. I'm here all day. 91 is the money. Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Ready?
Young. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Ready?
Mark 57. Target.
Hey, Haywood.
57 is the Mike. Mark 57. I got it. 57. Mike 57. Watch the blast. Watch out.
Young with it, third and goal. That is caught by Moss for a Jets touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hold on. You're not ready. You're not ready. Check 31.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He's got daylight. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a second straight Player of the Week award.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
We got this. At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you, punk.
Now Young. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check safety. Check safety. Check 4. Check
Rock it. Rock it.
Check 6 guys.
Hit it.
First down, Young. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Ready.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Undercut. Undercut. Undercut.
Hey, Charlie.
91 is the mic. Hey, pick your game up. Check 91.
Five.
Young to throw it. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jets have taken the lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Let's go back. At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53 is the mic. Who that?
Throwing again. Walls. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Intercepted by the Jets.
That's a pick.
At their own 47-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 15, check 15.
6-6, pull it hard.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
And to give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Go. Hey, box drop. Now.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10.
Check it out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Bengals 7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the run.
Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Check it backer, check it backer.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
2nd and 1. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he lost the football. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Be ready, be ready. Mike, 53.
Mixon with a first down carry.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Let's go now. 53. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 2. Mike, 53. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Walls flushed out right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. 3rd down here.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
52. Jet, 50. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. All day. Big Dad.
Operating from the gun. Walls eluding the pressure right. Looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one taken from the 7th. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah,
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eli Harold. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
He's hurt. He's going. We got double.
Looking to throw. Walls. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Back to throw. Walls. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Go! Mike 91. Let's get it together, D. Go!
91 is the mark.
Now Young. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Young on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
57. Mike, 57.
Look, squeeze. Protein spill. Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike, 57.
Topper. Hit it.
A second down throw for Young. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 43.
Bravo.
Young now, throwing on fourth down. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carl Lawson, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the...
That's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On first down, Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Pittsburgh. Top arm.
On second down, here's Mixon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 15-yard line.
Ready. Come on now. Yeah. Oh, trot. Check. 48's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Walls. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Jenkins.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
25, check 25, check 25. Go.
On second down, Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 36. Get him on. Rest. Shit.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go. You got to get moving, man. Man, moving. Front. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. It's just me and you.
On first down, Walls escaping, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jordan Jenkins in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Mike, I'm coming. 66. Pull it. Now. Check. Tight. Hey.
On second down now, Mixon, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Let's get it. Let's go now. 48. Now the wolf. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Hey, some penetration.
Looking to throw. Walls. Got an open man. It's Burnett. And he's going to be about a yard or 2 short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Michael Batchley on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get 1 mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
91 is the mic. Man, I got you.
61, Matchbox Lights.
Switch gears.
Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
And the Jets first down.
Ready?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
X3, 218, chop. Hey.
We got motion. Back up. 91 is the mic.
Ready?
This is Bell. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, Zoo.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
You draw forces. Yo, go.
Switch. 57's Mike.
Young. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Young. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike. Ricky. Mike, 53. Mike.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Got it.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
You go twist on travel.
You got time right there. 91 is the mic.
Fight.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Break.
91 is the mic. Mike 91. Switch.
General West.
91 is the mic.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Bang.
Hey, seam 6. Hey.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Cut. 70. Indy.
Mike 91. Coming this way. Here we go.
Fair. Hey, let go. Go.
Rip right. Check 91.
Be careful.
On 2nd and 11 now. Young. He's going to air one out for Anderson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Alert, flare.
Again, it's Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. In his face. Hey, alert 48. Alert. No. Right to 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, watch the slant. Go. 48 for Mike.
On the delay, here's Hines. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Back to throw. Walls. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's back to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, 41 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
At the 30-yard line.
Ready up. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Tight end left. Tight end left. 3 down. 3 down.
Hard. Get it.
Here's Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them, because of the incompletion, a very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, high 7. Go.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you, boy. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. I hope you brought your lunch, because I'm about to take you to school.
Ready.
Young. Open man is Anderson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Okay, ready? 91 is the main alpha. You better bring it.
91 is the money. Check back.
Now Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Ready,
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Kill.
Now Young. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Got it, go.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And the pressure gets to him again. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch the safety creep.
Yes.
They'll run him with Bell. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
Go now. 60 or. Hey, Charlie.
Tight end's right.
Yep.
Tight end's right. Watch the run. Watch the run. This is out, baby. This is baby shot. Motion. 89.
Please grip.
Now the first throw in overtime for Young. On the catch, it's Crowder. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 2nd and 7, Young gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Hey, Delta.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. 3 bucks.
Now.
First down, Young. That one complete to Anderson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Go. 57's mine. Get it.
Young will set to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches.
Go. Ready?
Now a handoff looking right. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Ready, set.
Here we go, D. Double time. You got 3 down.
Right back to him on first down. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
91 is the mic. Wildfield.
Protein spill.
SOS.
Hey!
Motion. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Go.
Let's put that team on.
Hey, wahoo!
91 is the mic. Let's go. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91. I got you.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Single receiver.
Go.
Check 91. 91 is the
Bravo.
mic. 91. Squish, double. 91 is the mic.
Hey, tighten down.
Young working out of the gun. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
We taking wins home.
Watch twist. Heads here. Echo.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
2, 3. Rotate. Spell. Fresno.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he hurdles him and into space. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bengals, the win is their 8th on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.